you've made it to the most important place you need to be this evening. All the way back. That's how you know you've made it.
And we're live.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
tune.
Tune in.
Tuning.
Always tune in.
Always. It's my favorite pastime. All right. Want to do the next one? Yeah, Gemini.
Fuse is getting shorter, making me feel old. Everybody's out there trying to bear their tortured souls. It ain't real. Words are coming at me like a shotgun spray. Not afraid of dying, so there's nothing you can say. I can't take. You're so strong, you got it wrong. The stars and the earth can't give you worth. No, if my light's too bright, you better cover your eyes. 'Cause I'm not gonna fake it just 'cause you can't take it. If you think you know me 'cause you asked my sign, then act all surprised that I'm a Gemini, bait and switch. I'm not your crazy bitch. Finally think I'm learning, yeah, it's coming clear that I might burn my brightest after 40 years. And if you're scared, well, I don't care. 'Cause feeling strong, I know it turns me on. And all my fucks are long, long, long gone. If my light's too bright, you better cover your eyes. 'Cause I'm not gonna fake it just 'cause you can't take it. So take it. Going down now, going down. Feeling strong, I know it turns me on. And all my fucks are long, long, long gone. If my light's too bright, you better cover your eyes. 'Cause I'm not gonna fake it just 'cause you can't take it.
Thank you. So much fun. Love this room, too. Good vibes. How about truth? A little bit of truth.
I want some truth.
Put some truth for these
Let's
people.
get some truth.
All right,
This
truth.
Truth for this YouTube.
Truths on the tube.
Truths on the tube. Once again, a quick tune. The joy of open tunings. Here we go.
Moonlight floods the canyon walls. Wind picks up and rain begins to fall. Hissing storms glow under cottonwoods. Timid darkness feel misunderstood. I'm alive. We'll survive these restless times. When we die, souls will find that fire in all that dark and cold. Robert Wagner framed in gold, bought at a swap meet from a disheveled soul. We keep buying shit like this, we'll be in debt until we're old. But I don't care as long as I'm with you. 'Cause I'm alive. We'll survive these broke-ass times. When we die, money won't matter, it's that we try. Sometimes alive, it feels so unreal. Like a game show we know we're never gonna win. We wake up and we do it all again. Travel expenses, come back to our senses. Somewhere in truth or consequences. Driving through this many Las Vegas town. Old motel signs barely lit now. Easy ride to film locations at fire stations. Get your motor running, let's head out on the highway. 'Cause I'm alive.
Good evening, Waybackers. My name is Adam. Thanks for joining us on the show. You guys know how it goes. We are back for season 4. It's so great to see all of you on the chat. We've got Tom in Vietnam. We've got Charlie in New York and Doreen. We've got Bill and Rebecca in Kentucky. And that's just the East Coast. And we've got the Phoenix contingent as well. Welcome back to the show. We are here. And you guys know the drill. If this is your first time, thanks for joining us. If you've been, frequenting the show, well, thanks for joining us as well. You guys know how it goes. There is a donation link in the descriptions of this video if you are so inclined to support live music, tonight's band, and the Wayback Sessions. However, all we ask is that if you are enjoying the show, please think of, subscribing and liking the video. We will be checking in with Studio B tonight, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you want to make fun of the band or myself, well, pipe them into the chat and we will check in and get to that a little bit later. So without further ado, I want to welcome tonight's band, Birds and Arrows. Guys, yeah. Thanks for being on the show.
Oh, man.
You guys just got back from tour. It's been a busy, whole crazy time for you guys.
Yes.
We're just opening up the show. I mean, holy cow. You know what? We should tell everybody, though. Your name isn't Bird and your name isn't Arrow. We actually have Andrea here
Yes.
on guitar and vocals. Yes.
And I'm Andrea.
You are. And we have Pete over here on drums and vocals and all kinds of stuff that we're going to get into later.
Sure.
Well, welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us. We're happy to be here. What a cool space.
You sound great. Thank you. And I'm so glad to see everybody.
And to open the season. I mean, that's pretty
to
cool.
open the season.
Come
totally,
on.
Totally awesome. So you know what? To open the season, I'm glad you brought that up. So here's where I want to go with this. I've got a problem with you guys, and I want to hit it right off the bat.
Let's hear
Usually
it.
I'm trying to break the ice and get to know you guys and kind of play around it a little bit. But tonight there's just an issue.
Yeah.
And you know what? Is the Waybackers know that I don't like to get into comparisons with bands. It's not fair, and it's just not a real thing at all. I mean, well, I guess it's real that you can do it, but it's not a real thing. You know as an artist what I mean. So where I'm going with this is the problem I have is I'm good at that game.
Yeah.
Like I'm good at it. The
I like
influences,
it.
inspiration,
Okay.
I'm good.
Bring it on.
I can't figure it out with you guys.
Oh, that's a great problem.
So that's
great problem.
what I wanted to start with was, can you guys peel that back a little bit? Because I'm just hearing Birds and Arrows. And I mean, I like that a whole lot, but where's this coming from? The floor is yours.
Yeah, so we have so many influences, and both of us.
Maybe that's the issue.
That-
Too many.
Too many influences. Too much perspective.
We can talk about that, Pete. Too many being an issue. But.
Yeah, but we do. We have really similar influences, but we've been doing this together. We just celebrated our 15-year wedding anniversary.
14,
Shit,
but
I always
six.
forget.
So you guys are married?
We've been married for 14 years.
So you guys are totally ruining the whole bit.
Yeah,
this
I know.
beginning
Actually, I'm
part.
totally single. So anybody out there on YouTube, I'm ready to party.
You can find.
Okay.
You can get her contact info and all the Instagram.
Just
and
follow us first,
Just
and then reach out, and I won't write back. But it's cool.
So, okay, continue with the influence thing. No, I didn't mean to
Yeah,
interrupt.
no worries. Yeah, so we've been playing together for so long, and I think when we started, we both had rock background. We both had played in rock bands for years.
Yeah.
And but then when we got together, we sort of, being in a North Carolina kind of folkier scene, we were really limited in our recording capabilities, like most bands starting out. So we were very kind of got into this folky world with our music for a while. And so I think that shaped, what we did for a long time there, where we were kind of limited with how big we could be with recording it and making it sound pro, right? Because drums especially are really challenged.
Especially drums.
Yeah. And Pete's a drummer, first and foremost. So it's kind of like, I feel like until we moved to Tucson, we didn't get that was as loud as we've ever been, and as free as we've ever felt. And so I feel like that changed us to be a little bit more of a sounding like we're multi-influenced. Because it's folky,
and all of
it's
that.
rocky, it's folky, and then I would say probably our biggest common passion is Peter Gabriel. I would say.
Okay, well,
That's
that's
our-
awesome, first of all. And you know what? I guess it makes perfect sense with that folk and rock because I hear the rock influence, but it was the folk thing that I was missing, oddly enough, because you don't, unless it's like going from, folk to bluegrass or something where it's a little more traditional and you're picking up on it quickly, it's usually not the traditional folk and rock kind of smash up. So I guess I can see that.
I think, when we first got together, bands like Band of Horses and Iron and Wine, that was kind of shaping our folkiness.
It really
Yeah,
was. 'Cause
okay.
those
And our
bands were
folk
coming out, and
rockness,
and it made me actually the
Yeah.
first Iron and Wine album made me want to figure out how to record at home, because I was like, oh, wait a second, if you do it quiet enough and you do it, make it more atmospheric, and
You can do it.
You can do it,
Yeah.
and so we sort of with that became a little kind of quieter, but that made us like hone in on our harmonies and things that if we were just loud from the get go,
That's true.
we wouldn't have really that would have just been like it is what it is until we figure it out, and
Completely understand. I can go on and on about that whole subject
Right?
with you. So you guys kind of ruined my next, piece was going
That's
to
what
be
we
like,
do.
so you guys just met and
Oh,
then
right,
you
right.
live in the same house so that you can make music, blah, blah, blah. That joke isn't going to work.
No, it's not.
It's
'Cause
not.
I'm
You
single.
ruined it.
'Cause I'm single.
You're,
I know.
And you don't live in a house
and
with
I
anybody.
don't live. I'm single.
So you know what? I did forget, and I didn't know how this was going to work. Every season I try to bring in some sort of game or something that kind of comes and goes, and sometimes they hit and sometimes they miss. And right now I wanted to ask the audience, hey, audience, pay attention. We're going to run the cameras around the room. Band, I would love to see you pay attention to this. And you take this as you will. So I want to ask everybody out there, I want to do the Bob Ross action figure search. There is a Bob Ross action figure
is
in frame, in camera.
Okay.
So like you're there you go. That's what I was like. Can I get the band to just turn around and put their back to the camera? Because that would make me happy, and that just happened.
Because that's showbiz.
And I don't see a Bob Ross. Is that totally?
There is a complete, like he's holding a palette of paint and a paintbrush. And so we're going to continue this. So audience, you know what? As the night goes on and the
Where's
cameras are
Waldo?
roaming, if you land on Bob Ross, throw it in the comments. But you know what? Now I want more music.
Okay.
Yes.
I want more Bob Ross.
We'll get there. See, now you're on a mission. I can see it.
I am.
Okay, the show is yours.
Awesome. We're gonna do an old one. Let's do Orion. How about that? Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, Pete. I'm going to do another one of those breaths. That's good. It's a good reminder to breathe. So let's play another one, babe. You ready? How you doing over there? You feel like we're making this room look so big.
I feel like a toddler in a playpen at the moment. I'm
look
locked.
like a toddler.
I'm
in a
locked in a
playpen.
corner. I can't get out. So
You're stuck. You're not going nowhere.
I love it. I love watching and hearing how everybody is like working with the room.
Work in the room. I love
I
it.
need little things to go. Bzz, bzz,
Yeah, play with.
honk, honk.
Look, next time, Pete. We'll
Okay, could you hook me up?
hook you up for sure.
Okay, cool.
So speaking of that, let's play safety.
River running through our city, ancient river, ties that bind, cold and alive, winter's children, cheeks of crimson, invincible eyes. But we shed these like skin, forget where we begin, and hide behind our own children. Safety can break your heart, bones you would grow you young. Fight to stay alive and not to grow apart. But safety can break your heart. City lights fall on the river, they run together and look so sad. It's like they know that he outgrew her. He ran right through her and built a life. That's a cautious way to live. So throw it to the wind and climb up on that old train bridge. Safety can break your heart. Bones you would grow you were young. Fight to stay alive and not to grow apart. Safety can break your heart. Safety can break your heart. The bones you would grow when you were young. Fight to stay alive and not to grow apart.
me
fun.
out. Faking me out.
Yeah, that's what-
Faking me out.
We have a couple fake outs. It's really fun. It's
I
good.
like it.
You think we're done? No.
No, not a
Oh,
chance.
no.
Not a chance. Speaking of, can we have one more? One more.
Of
One more
course.
before we start talking nonsense again.
We are all down
Okay.
with it.
Okay.
Which one's that?
Let's do. How about we do Wicked?
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna do some Wicked.
Okay.
Let's Wicked it
probably-
out. Let's get Wicked.
I have to get the lights red again, probably.
Yeah, right.
Does that
feels
sound about
wicked.
right?
Red or
Okay.
green?
Red or green?
Green's
oh.
pretty
Leo, let's
witchy.
go green.
Green's pretty witchy. That's why I couldn't decide earlier.
Yeah, no, let's go green.
They're both good. And I like Christmas, so either one's good.
Okay. Is that?
Witchy Christmas.
A witchy Christmas. Pete doesn't like Christmas.
Okay. Do you
I like Christmas.
Is that
Just
green
so you
enough?
know.
Is that green enough for everybody in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's witchy enough.
Okay.
It's green.
I'm vibing with it.
I'm not green though.
So no, you're not green
No,
at all.
no.
No.
You've been doing this for a long time.
You've been doing this for a long time. We know.
Oh, you guys are awesome. You're tuning guitars and everything. I love this.
Oh yeah, I
love
can't not
So-
like it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's actually called Twisted Hills.
It is.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
it's like okay.
It's called Twisted Hills,
And then
Wicked in parentheses.
parentheses,
Only
yeah.
because there's a play called Wicked, so I didn't want to.
Okay. So we're bringing
you
the
know.
lights out of green, and now we're actually talking.
Yeah, let's
which-
talk for a second. We can talk for a
That's what's
second.
happening.
Yeah,
that's what's
yeah,
happening.
let's roll with it.
So it's not called Wicked.
It's
Yeah. It's called Twisted Hills, Wicked.
yeah, Wicked. And mostly, I mean, I probably should have kept it Wicked because we've accidentally gotten royalties from songs that have a similar name, and I could have gotten maybe the
Yeah,
shit ton of
maybe
royalties.
maybe
Like,
Disney could have
Disney
arranged.
could have maybe accidentally sent me some money,
They
but
could have.
I
but
don't
they
know.
haven't
It's-
yet?
It's not Disney, is
Okay.
it? It's
Oh,
no.
I don't
That's
know.
you're thinking of. I can see why because there's lots of witchy Disney things. It's just a Broadway thing.
It's just a Broadway.
Yeah, it's
musical.
just a
Oh,
Broadway.
okay.
But it's okay, Pete.
Okay.
I know he doesn't like Broadway or Disney, so
No,
it's
I
cool.
love it. I love it.
I
Okay.
love it. I
No,
love it.
no, Pete. You know what? We're gonna have off
Or Christmas.
We're gonna
He
have
doesn't
off
anything fun.
conversations.
Pete's like, nope.
I have all their albums.
all of the no fun albums.
I have all the Broadway albums. All of them. He's a big Babs fan too.
Okay, so we like this night is there's not enough hours in the night. Okay, Wicked.
Let's do it. Things are gonna get weird.
chin that borders obscene. Everything can be bought and sold when the straps on your boots are lined with gold. Come on. Machine's potential all but hid. Idle in line to pick up your kid. Is it true what the dealer said? Ferrari's only coming red. Come on. Come on. It's wicked. 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 Wicked.
Man,
Wicked in
are you
parentheses.
kidding? Like we have even more to talk about.
Even more.
Oh, that was awesome.
Thank
That was
you.
awesome. I
Thank
really,
you.
really like that song.
This
And
is
you
so
know
much
what?
fun.
Even though it's wicked, I'm not sure it's green and red. We'll have to look back on the video. Like, I don't know.
Maybe it could be purple.
I know.
I forgot about purple. I think when I think of Wicked, I kind of think of purple and green more than red.
I think
Because
so.
red and green's too Christmas.
So, Andrea, Pete,
Word.
I have a question for you.
Oh, sure.
Do you know what time it is?
business time.
Is it business time?
No, we don't do business from like 7 to whatever it is. This is
Or
just
do
fun
we?
time.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or do we? Hey,
I told you I'm single and I'm ready to party.
So the business is happening from 7 to 9.
Business time.
Like, Pete, how you feeling about that? Don't answer that. I want to check in with Studio B. We have
Oh, we
not
should.
done that yet.
Yeah, we
You
should.
guys, waybackers, Studio B down the hall, 2 doors to the left. Studio B, can you hear me?
Hey
Can you hear
guys.
me? Hey, Studio B.
Oh, it's so good to see you guys.
Yeah, it's been a while. Good to see you, Studio B.
We have lots of comments.
I know.
Lots of comments about.
Look, there were
Andrew's-
some really good ones.
Yeah.
Like there were some
We
real
don't-
good
we can't
ones.
see them. You got to tell us.
I want to, you know what, and it's like, there's Mike Zimmerlich, there's, Jacob and Dragonflies and Mantis, they're on
Jacob.
there, and Doreen, and
Next
so many
week. We got to talk
people.
about next week. Don't let me forget.
Tink is on there. Charlie Beers is
Charlie
like
Beers said,
killing
"I
some
love
great
the
things. So Studio
caregiving."
B, go for it.
Yeah. I love the caregiving to dynamics and a skilled drummer, not overpowering vocals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
could
think
he
that's
have
from
said
Charlie
it any
Beers.
better?
He really
It is
couldn't have.
business time.
Like,
It
I
is
mean, we
business. It is business time.
Man,
Picker.
it's the truth. I mean,
Get Picker says Andrea gives vocal singing lessons right here in Tucson. Amazing
Oh, yeah.
singer.
It's
True. That's my day
That
job.
is
Ah,
Awesome.
yes.
That's so cool.
And thank you for whoever threw that
Yes,
that
thank
comment out there.
you.
We appreciate that.
And thanks for everybody for tuning in too. I mean, this is kind of, we haven't live streamed in a while because we started to play live again. So it's really fun to do this. This is cool to be able to connect with all kinds of people that maybe couldn't make it to our shows. And so
have
this is
And it's
control-
just
wonderful.
fun.
Controlled sound.
And
And it kinda
controlled.
sounds
Yeah,
good.
very
Yeah,
controlled.
yeah.
Oh, it sounds great. It's cool. It's like radio sound, but
Right?
it's really great. And I don't want to forget, while we do have people next week, a week from today, guess what we're doing, everyone?
I don't want to.
Can we? Can we?
Yes,
can we
you
say it?
Absolutely.
Please.
Can.
Only because this is the thing.
There's
this
a
is why-
conflict. There's a conflict of interest.
Oh,
but
you're
that's
right.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
because it's
okay.
Thursday.
No, look. I mean, you know what? And,
Good point. Good point.
and that's what it depends on.
Later Thursday
It
night.
depends on who's opening, who's closing, and what time he goes on. Look, guys.
That's true.
Birds and Arrows is playing next week at Last Exit Live.
Yeah.
The sound is going to be great. The room is going to be great. The vibe is going to be great. You guys are playing with
Yeah, with-
Casual Divorce.
Yeah, casual. which
And
I'm super
yeah,
excited
I know.
about.
We're like, look. I'm not going to talk about this right now
I
because
know.
you should be
Dragonfly,
excited. They're an
Mantis.
awesome band.
Dra-
You guys are an awesome band. It'll be Dragonfly and Mantis is
Yeah, they're playing with us too. So it's gonna be so fun.
Dude, it's like a Wayback Sessions, hookworm thing going on there. So what time does the show start?
I think 7:30.
Af-
Make it
But
8:30?
yeah, we'll just change it right now. No, I'm kidding.
That just means, we should
It's
talk about this.
changed,
You know
yeah.
what? Okay, we are getting way off topic,
Anyway.
but you know what? They are playing at Last Exit next week, and you know what? Go see them after you watch this, and we'll all go. I'll be there too.
Yeah,
we'll
that
go.
sounds good.
We'll go
At
follow you.
least
So,
anytime you can come out to Phoenix, we're just trying
or
to build.
anytime you can get out to see you
Yeah.
guys. You guys
Yeah.
just got back from tour. We'll talk about that.
did.
Studio B, we're not done with you. I'm
no,
sorry.
No, you're not.
I-
Oh,
yeah.
I like that. No.
OMG, I just caught sight of Andrea's shoes. Big love tonight for amazing music, gorgeous vocals, and style.
These have been a
Yes.
couple colors. These are spray
Who's
painted
commenting?
silver now.
That was Tink.
That was Tink.
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tink.
so much.
Good to see you on the chat.
Gary Drummond Wayback,
Gary
Wayback Studio
Smith.
B and Wayback Sessions. Awesome opening season show. Looks and sounds great. My Thursday evening edition is being fulfilled.
Oh, well, we are
Nice.
back, guys. Thank you very much for showing up and
Jason
being with us
Adler,
tonight.
you guys are killing it. Been following since you opened for Black Joe Lewis. My work
Oh,
keeps
that
it
was such a
conflicting
great
with
show.
your live
That's
shows
a
here
fan.
in Tucson. But we'll catch you live soon.
Please.
Dragonfly Mantis, rock this. Oh, yeah.
Well, Jacob and Aaron, man, those
best.
guys are out there killing it right
and
now.
such great energy.
Yeah, I love those kids.
There was a question.
Okay,
Mm.
let's have it.
Let's
Okay.
deal with the questions.
Paulette.
Business.
You guys sound huge without, but just curious as to why you don't have a bass player.
Yeah, excellent
Well,
question.
let's talk.
Paulette?
Business. More business.
Business
Damn it,
time.
Pete.
Yeah,
Business.
Okay.
Well, I mean, here's the deal.
We do on our album.
What is
We do on our albums.
We do lots of big
and,
shows.
and
We'll
real
have-
high profile, like album
Not
release
that
shows.
this isn't high profile.
No,
but,
no.
But our biggest shows of the year.
yeah.
We do invite friends that were on our albums to join us. We just don't. We are.
When we tour,
We're a unit. We're a married couple.
It's-
We like
yeah.
our privacy. We like our space. We like, our friends and our musicians to join us. But at the same time, like most musicians, we're on a very small budget to live and play and do what we do. So a lot of times it's not that we wouldn't want a bass.
We just don't want some stinky dude in our van.
Yeah, that. One, we don't want a stinky extra dude in our van. Luckily, when we take Ben with us, he's little, so he's not stinky.
He's
little.
not stinky. He's very well kept.
I'm kidding. but no, for real, we for budget, it doesn't make sense for us right now. But our friends, if we could afford them, like I mentioned before, when we play in North Carolina, one of our best dear friends, Robert Sledge, sits in with us on bass. When we play here in Tucson, it's a special show. Gabriel Sullivan sits in with us on bass. Both of them are on our albums. So we do love the low end, but we fill that space because it's made us, I feel like necessity breeds creativity. And because we've never,
it does.
And because we've never had
deal.
a bass, I've started to play giant Gretches that make lots of noise and do open tunings that are really gnarly and big. And I've
bassy.
stumbled on so many fun things that I never would have tried and never would have pushed myself to do if everything was covered already.
So do you want to hear my
that's
take
good.
on it?
Yes, I'd love to hear your
Sure.
take.
My take on it is that I'm with you guys. I don't miss it.
That's cool.
Well, thank you.
I mean,
I don't either.
I think that there's everything from the stage presence to the way that you go about it to the tone you're curating out of your pedal board, guitar, and amp, the way that you approach the style of music you're playing. And you know what, Pete, I'm not sure what's up with you yet, though.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about it. You're kind of
Yeah.
like
An
a little
enigma?
shady, but
I know.
really sweet at the same time.
Right.
And
That's why I
then
love him.
you play drums really well.
Thanks, man.
Doesn't he? He's the
real
best
well.
drummer.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
finesse.
almost, it's one of these things where I'm going, I'm not really exactly hearing or not hearing anything as much as hearing everything and
Well,
what
that's
it's supposed
good.
to be.
If it doesn't feel like nothing's missing,
And
then
you know
that's
what?
a
I
good
would
thing.
I would tell you if it, well, maybe I wouldn't tell you on the show if it wasn't, but afterwards I'd be like, hey, so by the way,
And,
I
you
know
know-
this dude that plays bass really well.
Right.
And it helps us. The other thing is, since we don't have a bassist, it helps us lock in really well because it's
Yeah.
not like I'm relying on a bass player to lock in with him.
Yeah.
I really have to lock in, and it makes us up the game on everything we do because everything's under a microscope.
And
You
you know
can't
what,
really
Andrea-
get away with messing up as much. You can't. There's nothing to hide behind. So you got to rise to the occasion. That's
Man,
all I'm saying.
I'm glad you said that because, being a guitar player myself and really loving power trios, I always felt that there was nowhere to hide as a guitar player in
Yeah.
that situation.
There
and that
isn't.
is true. However, I would not do what you do. No.
Too much
No.
ground to cover.
There's
Yeah,
a
it's a
little
lot of ground to
like
cover.
my guitars are not big enough to hide behind. In that context.
But that's
So-
where the open tunings come from. And the writing, like that's the dynamic when people say, oh, you really do a lot of dynamics in your music. Well, that's our one bag of tricks
trick, yeah.
to help us seem like something's going on more than just two people.
But you know what? Let's talk about that open tuning because you
Yeah.
know what? That for me, let's circle back around and go. I think that's where that folk influence comes from because you're
Definitely.
not finding open tunings in rock and roll. I
Well,
mean,
Jimmy
look,
Page.
you can't. Come
Keith
on, like,
Richards.
do you really want to
And
go
Keith.
deep and knock this around? We can.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
can.
there's
but
like-
traditionally,
it's true.
you're
Okay,
not
okay.
getting
But
that.
my bigger influences in rock and roll, like Jimmy Page and like Keith Richards, they just happen to be players that can.
They're unique.
and they're not flashy. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, they do cool shit. And well, Page is all flashy, of course.
Yeah,
but,
look.
but
But I'm going to argue with you because as much as Page did some open tunings,
It was
not
only-
normally.
No, it's true.
Not
It was
only
only
when he
like-
pulled out his Dano and did some
Right.
stuff on the telly.
Cashmere.
That's
That's true,
when he
Cashmere,
was.
yeah.
Exactly. It wasn't the traditional thing. So
It's
I'll
true.
fight with you a little bit.
yeah,
over
that's
that
okay.
one.
I'll take you. I'll take you on.
I know you will. I'm kind of scared
right?
of you. In a good way, in an exciting good way. So Studio
single.
B, Studio
Good
B,
thing she's
anything
single.
else? Like, I mean, we haven't even gotten into my section of this section. So
Well,
I
let's
might
talk
just,
about it. No,
well,
let's-
we just might abandon it. You know, you never know.
You know what's cool too about like being able to just go with the flow on shows like this is, it's whatever the energy is taking us to, where
It
the
is.
energy is taking us.
It
and
is.
and we've talked a lot about these songs. What's great is if you come to our live shows, like it's kind of like this. We take moments to tell you what these songs are about.
Yeah.
So if you missed anything or tuned in late or wished we talked about something more, come to a damn show.
You come to a damn
And we might-
next damn Thursday.
Well, I feel like a lot of people are going through this right now because it's post, lockdown.
Yeah.
And so, and I know Pete and I, we hunker down because what we do takes a lot of energy. So we really do shelter our energy until it's time to explode and then shelter it again. So I understand like people lagging and coming out again, you know, because we're all comfortable at home. It's late. A lot of times getting out to a show takes energy. But what's cool is once you're there and you're around all these people, us too as performers, but as the audience, you're reminded why we go and we are around other people, because sometimes you forget why we do it. Like why
It's that social component that you forget and that you need.
Yeah, and that's how our tour was. We were so in our own heads about touring again because it had been 3 years since we'd been on the road. Because of the pandemic. I mean, we'd been to Phoenix and we'd been to San Diego or LA, but we had not gone
like
back
a
east
tour.
and done our big run of the country like we've tried to do since we've been here. And so we were really overwhelmed by the idea of people, by the idea of getting sick. That was terrifying to us, and going out and risking everything for these 8 months of work we put into booking these shows and promoting them. And then what if we get sick and it doesn't happen and we lose money? And so we had all this anxiety that had built up
And then
about leaving.
then I got a tooth
and then
infection
Pete
in
got a tooth
Memphis.
abscess in Memphis, and we had to get.
So
and we had to.
You have to go to a strange dentist
Well,
in a strange
luckily,
state.
no. Like we go to this like sliding
No?
scale dentist in Tucson, and we called them, and we were like, okay, so
Where
the
do we go?
infection isn't super painful yet, but he feels it throbbing. There's a bump there. What do we do? And they were like, because they know Pete, they know we're musicians, they know we're on a budget. They were like, we'll call you in an antibiotic in Nashville. So by the
Nashville,
time you get to your Nashville show, you can pick up an antibiotic.
That's knowing people.
That's
If
a
the
good
antibiotic
dentist.
doesn't work, then you can get an emergency root canal. But just do the antibiotic and see if it keeps it in bay. And sure enough, it did the whole 3 weeks. And then when we got home, Pete was welcomed home with the root canal 2 days after that.
It was so cool.
Lovely. It was so cool. The
Rock and
coolest.
roll!
So you know what? I'm going to corral this a little bit, and I'm going to say rock and roll to root canals.
Right?
Sweet.
And I'm gonna say that, and we'll just put a full stop there and be
Okay.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
rock and roll,
Done.
root canals. And I want to pivot a little bit
Yeah.
and go. You guys have been on tour. You were back east. You were
Yes.
through Virginia, Tennessee, a bunch of different things.
Yes.
But you recently. What I want to talk about is you recently released a brand new album, Electric
Yes,
Bones.
we did.
And that was on Hookworm Records.
Yes.
Yeah, Ryan Clark and the Hookworm crew over there.
You might have heard of him.
It sounds fabulous. And I want
you.
you guys to tell me a little bit about the album, a little bit about Hookworm, and do you guys have any inside news on Hookworm too?
Ooh.
Oh.
That's what I want to know.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell me.
Who
Talk.
starts? You swing.
Yeah, one of you.
Pete starts.
There's only two people. It's a 50-50 toss-up.
Well, one cool thing about, not one cool thing about Hookworm, but we just finally met somebody who had the similar excitement that we had about our own music, because it's our thing, we're in it.
Yeah.
And we found somebody who actually was into it, not just because we've had other small labels, and it's just like we
We've
just
been on
felt
bigger
like,
situations
yeah, and
where
we just
get
felt like we're
ignored
just
and-
ignored on a roster. And so it just feels really good to have that personal one-on-one touch
Yeah.
with
He's
Ryan
good at
at
that.
Hookworm.
Yeah. And not only the excitement about what we're doing, but the excitement about the scenes we're in. Because we are so thrilled with Tucson. We love Phoenix. We love what we have going on here, but for some reason, those 2 hours can feel like it's like totally
like you're
different.
different
where
world.
An ocean
a different
apart.
world,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so what's cool with
And
what
it shouldn't.
it shouldn't, and that brings us to the Hookworm too, and the Hookworm volumes in general that Ryan's
Right.
working on is it's combining these scenes that have been needed to be combined for years. I
Yeah.
mean, not that a few bands don't come together, like they do.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But
as
not
far
like
as
what
a
we're
camaraderie.
not like what we're thinking about in the grander scheme of
Exactly.
everything, and I don't think it's much dissimilar to what we do in that regard and respect.
Exactly.
So,
and we've met so many wonderful bands and musicians and people through Ryan and through Phoenix, the scene that we never would have, found on our own because of just like, sometimes you're in your own little grind as a band
course.
and you're in the groups of people you usually play with. And so you need someone from the outside to shake that up and wake you up and show you, new bands you might not have heard of. And luckily Ryan knows everyone and goes and sees everyone. So it's so great to kind of feel that connection.
So are you guys going to be on Hookworm too?
We are,
Absolutely.
and
Are
we
you?
just finished our new song for it. We go into the studio with Bob on Monday.
Monday? You mean like in 3 days?
Yes,
3
yes,
days.
yes.
3 days.
3 days.
And that's
It'll be so
Bob
fun.
Hogue at
Yep.
Flying Blanket.
Exactly.
Yes.
Recording for Hookworm 2.
Yes. And it's a very
Wow.
cool song. We can't wait for you to hear it. It's very different even from anything we've
So
done.
I've got one last question
please.
before I ask my last question.
Yeah, the last one. So penultimate question.
Oh, nice.
Penultimate. Nice use of vocabulary. Whoa. Yeah, I should have pulled that out. I have a penultimate question for you. So has Ryan heard the song?
No, he has not.
I love
mean,
it.
honestly,
Only
we
three
just
of our friends
we
have
just
heard it.
demoed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we literally sent
Yeah.
it to Ben, who's going to be on it.
Right.
And then I sent it to Marta because I send her everything. I usually do.
And Sophie.
And Sophie because we're kind of like creative.
No
These
Ryan.
are my friends. But
No
the thing, well,
Hookworm.
this is the only reason I kind of want to surprise Ryan.
I don't want to hear the reason. I just want to say no.
No song for you.
No,
Can't.
Ryan.
No, yeah. No songs for you.
No songs for you, Ryan.
So hey guys, boy, we have more music.
Yeah,
Even
let's
more?
do. Let's
Even
do
more.
it. If you guys are cool with it, we've got just a couple more. And, these songs we've been playing for you, they're all on the new record besides just a couple old ones we threw in.
Yeah, I should do this.
Yeah,
we'll
do it.
later, but
There it is.
Where
Pete-
can we
Pete
buy it?
painted this melty rainbow. You can buy it on Hookworm
Yep.
Records and also
Or
at our shows.
Yeah.
Wait.
Dude, I didn't even get into the other stuff. Okay, I'm gonna wait. No, play more music.
We
need
can
to-
play more music, and we're gonna play. Let's start with Strata because we love the desert. We fell in love with the desert when
The
we
show is yours.
first went through the desert, and this was I guess about 9 years ago. Pete was like, "You've got to go to Tucson. I know you will love Tucson." He was right. We moved here, and ever since, the desert is where we regroup. It's where we write. It's kind of like other people go to church, we go to the desert. So this next song we wrote about sort of being in the desert. It's about geological time in a way, because sometimes when you're in the desert and you're looking at rocks, it feels as infinite as looking at the stars. Time goes on forever. You can see things millions of years old, and you're just walking around in a normal, what you could ignore otherwise. So this next song, we say it's our rock song about geological time, rock and roll, and tooth abscess, rock and roll.
Sweet. Plants and birds and rocks and
Plants and
things.
birds and rocks and things. This is called Strata Song.
complex as anything. Lay it down again. Melodies, metamorphic and if you dig real deep, you might find the end and start over again.
Thank you. That was Strata. How about we play a little false?
One more, please.
All right, let's do one more. Do one more. So this was also written right in the thick of lockdown. A lot of these songs were. And the thing is we started our record right before the pandemic hit, and then we had half of it done, and then we got shut down. So instead of letting that ruin everything, we thought, hey, let's write about it so that when we can do this again, half of this record will have everything about what we've just been through. Because this was tough on artists, for sure, especially introverted artists, because you realized how much time you actually needed. You loved hiding in a way, and all of a sudden I could work on my El Camino. I could do all these things I hadn't ever had time to do. And then when things picked back up, this is the jolt here, is getting back into real life. And so this next song is about kind of processing, you know, this whole thing this whole trauma we've all been through. It's called False Star.
Till our minds erase. Go of all those things you cannot face and face me instead. The winter sun, it sets. A pylon silhouette sitting in the wild. wretched things you thought were fun exploited someone. And my heart wants to explode as we drive the mother road, visiting ghosts and fossil oddities. Another breaking news alarm about a new shot in the arm. But there's no vaccine for the dying American dream. Night is come and gone, a shiver and yawn. But if I can't pull myself out of bed, how am I gonna write a song? Because it's hard to inspire without wind to feed the fire. And we're all so tired of being burned by powerful liars. So cast your eyes up to the sky. Saturn and Jupiter collide. Here's a word to the wise. A bright full star can misguide.
Thank you.
It's like beautiful.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
beautiful. You know, when you do beauty, right? Jeez. You guys.
I gotta reiterate, Pete's a really good drummer, though, so that
He is.
helps.
So, you know what?
Sweet
You know
Shady, you mean Sweet Shady.
Sweet Shady, that's what you called him, Sweet Shady.
Sweet Shady.
You said sweet and shady, so we're gonna call him Pete Sweet Shady.
I did say sweet and shady. I think it was shady and sweet, but
Pete
I
Sweet
like
Shady.
sweet shady.
It's kinda like
Pete
Slim
Sweet
Shady.
Shady.
Wicca, wicca.
We need to. You did that. You totally did that.
Sweet Shady.
Did you scratch some record there?
I
Chicka,
did.
chicka.
But I said Wicca instead
did.
because it's like my song. Wicca, Wicca. Actually, Pete made a cartoon. The reason why I think of that. Tell him about your cartoon.
You know
'cause
what?
He's an artist.
Don't tell him about the cartoon.
Oh, come on. It's
no,
so good.
because
Wicca,
Andrea,
Wicca.
do you want to run this show or
Yeah, I'm
what?
taking over.
I
I'm single
can
and I'm
see
taking
this.
over.
So you know what? The next thing is Pete in capital letters
you do
on
it.
my notes.
You do it.
Okay.
So Pete,
Yeah.
you're an awesome drummer.
Thanks,
we know
man.
that.
Cool.
And so, but you're an artist and you go way back and you do a lot of things.
True.
And you've done, I mean, the tarot card thing was something that I picked up on when I was reading through everything and finding it and, you know,
Yeah,
doing my
right.
research about that.
Yep.
And the Conley Tarot deck,
Yeah.
Holy cow, his name is Conley.
Right.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've done artwork, graphic design, maybe not graphic. I don't know what it is, but you've worked with Ben Folds 5. You've worked with Big Voodoo Daddy. You've worked with a lot of really, really awesome things that you've been doing, man.
Well, thanks, man.
So,
Yeah. So,
does that lead your life?
well, kind of, yeah. That's my day job. Is, doing, is,
It
is
happens.
being a visual artist, and
Yes.
it's it's not totally consistent, but it's pretty great. I don't have to work at the brewery anymore, and so that's awesome.
He used to always supplement with like some labor job, and
And I'm too old for that crap.
his back started to get all messed up. And
Here's the deal.
he's
Here's
too
the
good of
deal.
an artist to be wasting time on like a $12 an hour job.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You know, has anybody ever come at you and said, like, give me your 5-year plan or whatever? And you're like, yeah. And you actually did it? Well, I did it once. And I was like, well, that didn't work out after 6 months. And you're going,
right.
well,
Well.
the direction didn't work. So,
Yeah.
a day job, not steady, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
it's steady enough though. That's the thing. We just have to get used to the
Look,
flow.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
You
You
know?
two look really happy.
We are very happy
You-
together. Yes,
you
that's
are
true.
very nice. I can,
Even though I'm
confirm that you're very nice. And these lights are still like, I don't know where. Hold on. We need to, you know what?
You're gonna adjust the ambiance?
Well, no, I'm just going to stop it from like flashing on your faces. There we go.
Stop the ambiance.
Stop that ambiance.
But you know what? It's all about what makes the world go by, and are you happy doing it? And that is worth it's actually priceless.
Yeah.
In my experience, and to look at what you guys are doing and the trajectory that you are on and what you've
Yeah,
accomplished.
we might be famous by the time we're 80. That's at the rate we're going. We're thinking fame
Okay.
around 95, maybe. Like,
So you want to get
we
serious?
can live that long.
You want to get serious?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you really want to be famous?
No, God, no.
I didn't think so.
no.
But you want to keep doing what you're doing and
Exactly.
doing
We just
it
wanna do what we're
amazing
doing
and
sustainably.
enjoy
Yes.
it and get through the days.
Who
and
actually
go, like,
wants to be famous?
my life?
I just want to get compensated well for
just
what we do.
You know, right. And that's the thing with, so I'm glad you said that, because that's a perfect segue into Waybackers. There's a
Yes.
donation link in the description
Oh,
of this
yeah.
video. I would love to be able to pay our bands. If you've been a band on the show, I would have loved to have paid you, and hopefully in the future I will. So please go to thewaybacksessions.com. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. We would greatly appreciate your support in helping live music, the community, everything that's going on with the bands. We'd like to really handle this and help everybody out.
Yeah.
So,
Gas money.
I have like here's the deal. We've been on for like an hour and a half,
Okay.
which is a party.
Party time.
So you guys said you had a few more sets?
No.
No, you did not say that.
No,
No.
but we can if you want us to. You want us to keep going?
I don't care.
We've got like 130 songs, so we can go. We can keep going.
We can go deep.
No, so we got into the tarot stuff, but I actually do want to go back to
Okay.
that because
Yeah.
that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Or a minute,
No. Okay. So
a few years.
So that was published in 1989.
89.
Yeah.
So it was a while ago.
Are you even old enough to
Yeah,
be
I am.
have done something in
know.
89?
Yes.
Pete's,
and-
Pete's, you want to tell him how old you are, sweet? It's so misleading because he just looks so great. I'm so proud of.
Are you going to say he's like 63 or something?
I mean, yeah, he's up
I mean,
there.
because I'm going to be like, well, he looks like, about 39.
Well, thanks. Okay, I'm 50. Let's just say I'm 58.
He's
58.
58. He's put
get
it out
get
there.
that over with.
Get that over.
So that's the real truth.
That's the real
For
truth.
reals.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can still play drums?
That's a good one.
I love you, Pete. I love you, man. I like for real,
Oh, that's
for real.
good. Yeah.
So anyway,
Yes. Okay. So the tarot deck has been in continuous publication since 1989.
And that's
Yeah.
that's a success
so
on
that's
its
pretty.
own.
That's pretty cool.
I actually jumped on Amazon and was like, Conley deck, and I know
Yeah.
some tarot folks, maybe in Studio B,
Yeah.
might know tarot decks, and I
Yeah.
was like, hey,
So
check
who
this out.
wrote it with you?
So the deal is that my mom was
Nice.
she wrote esoteric books about tarot and things, and this was back in the 80s and 90s for her. But and so it was her vision, and what she did she would describe the images she would want me to illustrate or draw, and so that's how we would collaborate. And it was like a 2-year process to do.
I could
'cause it's like,
imagine.
there's 78
I
cards.
mean, I went through the illustrations, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait. And again, I happen to know somebody in Studio B, Kat, that might have some knowledge about this
That's
stuff. And I
cool.
was like, hey,
Yeah, right.
let's look through this deck. And I was like, is this one of the decks you actually have? And
Yeah.
So a big whole,
It's
big,
what's
great
cool is it's
conversation.
kind of a famous classic deck now, because when we were touring and we went through New Orleans, this was one of
Oh,
my favorite
yeah,
moments,
yeah.
and we go into Madame, what is the store called? The
Madame-
famous
Madame
one.
Tussauds?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
so
wax museum.
yeah, and so we were in there, and there's like this big case out front with their like chosen favorite deck, and it was the Connolly deck.
Oh.
Really?
And what was crazy about it is that it had a new cover, and we had just been informed by U.S. Game System, who publishes
Who
it.
did the new cover?
Well, Pete,
Well,
it was a different card.
They used
so
the-
they used
yeah,
a
they
different
used the
card.
same
but
art,
we
but
had never
just-
seen
yeah.
the cover, and they had
Yeah.
informed us that the cover was happening. So when we saw it, I say to the woman, they're kind of busy, and I'm just like, hey, could we see a copy of this deck? I'd love to see the cover and flip it over and see what they did with the art. And she was so busy. She was like, I'm really busy. I said, that's fine when you get to us. And we waited and waited, and she was just kind of running around. I was like, do you mind if we just like look at one, because he designed it? And she goes, he did not design that. Peter Paul Connolly designed that, and corrected
like-
Pete. And he's like, I'm Peter Paul Connolly, and she's like, no, you're not.
Well, but could she not
And so
tell
she
that
had
the
him-
wax figure behind the deck was him?
Right? And so then she had him pull out his ID
Yeah,
and
she
show
looked at
her.
my she looked at my
So
driver's
that
license.
was our first moment. We realized,
was
hey,
fame.
Pete has this weird little niche
it's
of
the
esoteric,
most-
the most
yeah.
niche fame.
niche-y sliver of
Fame
I love it.
that makes him,
But see, that's almost
tiny
more
royalties. We're
that's
like, we
almost-
got a niche fame.
tiny royalties and everything.
So what was her
more cool
reaction?
fame than big fame. I'm just saying, like that's tricky cool fame, man.
Tiny royalties.
I'm just saying.
It's sweet and shady fame.
Yeah.
Do we need to check in with Studio B again?
We
No.
should.
Well, I'm just curious. What was her reaction after she
yeah.
confirmed?
She was very excited. She took pictures with Pete. She
Yeah.
took pictures with Pete and the deck.
There you go.
So
That's
she
the
wasn't.
fame.
I signed it. I felt so famous for a minute.
Yeah.
You
That's
signed
so
the deck?
fun.
He signed it.
Man, I am such a slub. I should have ordered a deck and had it here waiting for you to get signed. Like I am.
Yep.
Next
can
time,
we
man,
table
next
that?
time,
And can
yeah.
I get one? Maybe I'll just
Absolutely.
Amazon it to your house, and you can.
Yeah.
There you go.
Something.
We'll work
we
it out.
actually
We'll
we
talk off air.
We have them at our shows, so
Yeah.
we do sell them at our shows.
Yeah.
It's funny because the tarot isn't our thing necessarily. Pete knows how to read tarot. Pete reads it for me like once a year on New Year's. We'll do like a fun tarot reading. He doesn't read it for others. It's a weird world, and it's a
It
weird
is.
responsibility. It's like anything. This is one of the things we didn't get to talk about, but why I don't like astrology or other things where people take it to that next level of like, it guiding everything about their lives and determining who they should connect with or not connect with. It gets unhealthy. So it's not something that we like advertise as like we're big on, but we're so proud of that project he did
Yeah,
with his mom.
as
And
you
it was
should.
his mom's thing.
So,
Absolutely.
do
But-
you guys know what today is?
The fall.
The
Well,
what?
The fall
Equinox.
equinox? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's
It is
right.
Maven today.
Yeah.
So,
Which is
yeah.
so cool.
I want to wish Studio B and my dear cat happy Maven.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
today. So
We're gonna have
Yeah.
like a whole midsummer.
Apparently-
Do we end this in a really weird way, like midsummer? Do we like light a fire and
we
like
could
all
just,
dance
like,
around it and
Jump off a cliff.
or we could
Pete-
just hit like black and end it right
Okay,
now
yeah,
in
right.
the middle of everything.
And then everybody
Boom.
can wonder what happened to us if we don't show
Oh,
up back
yeah.
up at Tucson.
It could happen. It's happened. It's happened. Okay, so apparently this could go on all night.
It would be
Right.
fun.
It's
And
true.
it has been fun. I've had fun. If you haven't had fun and you're waiting for
We've
it to
had
happen,
no.
like I don't know what to tell you.
You must be talking to the audience because I'm having a blast.
Okay, so you know what,
What?
audience, you know how this works. It has come to that point in the evening that I am going to ask our dear, sweet, talented band, Birds and Arrows, Hookworm record artist, to that was actually the wrong thing. What
what
I
are we
did
gonna
want to
do?
say,
Do I
I
have to
didn't
find
want to
Bob
say
Ross again? I haven't found him yet.
No, I didn't want to say to. I wanted to say do.
Oh,
It was the first letter.
Okay.
Do
Yes.
you have one more song out of your next 133 that you would like? Hey, I'm gonna take the night out on this song.
Yeah.
you
I
do.
think we could.
Yeah, I think we
Let's
can
do
do
it.
that.
Would you play it for me?
We will.
I love you guys the best.
what to do.
Okay, the show is yours.
Window can't seem to do anything right. So let's stay up all night.
We've both been trapped inside, but I'm hanging on the line. There's nothing left to say, and it's all dead end anyway.
Let's be saviors of this town. After the lights go down, 'cause nothing's as it seems. Suspended dust in high breeze. We ride out here alone. A chariot of electric bones. Throw open the heavy door. Joy on the high desert floor.
Thank you guys.
Oh, I love you guys so much. I don't even know what to do
We
there.
love
It was
you
like
guys.
you're kind of like, it's a thing. Oh, you guys, birds and arrows. Holy cow.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you
so
very much for
having
being
us.
here.
This has been so fun.
Absolutely. I mean, what a great kickoff to season 4. And you know what, Waybackers, I want to thank everybody out there on the audience. You know, we've got David Skinner, we've got Tink, we've got Charlie Beers. Oh, I did want to bring this up. He asked if he could get you guys up in Maine at Sugarloaf on your next tour out east. So, you know what, we'll talk about that. So, Charlie, if you're still on there, Mike Zimmerlich, 80/20 Records out there. I mean, everybody has been, everybody has been on here. We've got Chelsea and Dragonfly and Mantis, and I mean everybody that's supposed to be
I want to
here.
give a quick shout out to Chelsea
Please
and
do.
for Life Choice, because she
Please
has just
do.
been such a wonderful help to us. I don't, even if she's not tuned in right now, just know
I think she is.
she has just really been an extra strength for us coming up. We have trouble relinquishing control of some of the things that we do artistically, but giving it a way to get help from another artist that you trust and you like what they do and you think they're cool and they're passionate.
Yeah.
It's just been wonderful. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Chelsea.
Yes. And we'll talk to her later.
David Bird, Paula G. Thank you guys all for. If we didn't call you out, I'm so sorry, but thank you all
Yeah,
for
so
being
many
here.
people. Thank you. So you guys know how this is. Thank you to Birds and Arrows, Andrea and Pete Conley. You guys are amazing. Waybackers. Next week we have Izzy Amubi coming in with her band. It's 17-year-old crazy band. She just
cool.
got signed, and it's like things are
awesome.
happening. It's really crazy. Then following up is going to be Spicy Mayo. That's going to be a spicy show we're going to have to deal with. There have been a couple of scheduling weird things that have happened. It's all in the works. It will be handled. We will announce everything next Thursday on the show once we have that all cleared up. And, you guys know how this goes.
Oh yeah.
Go
we get
follow
to-
everybody on social media. Go follow everybody on Instagram. Go and subscribe to the YouTube. But go and get Electric Bones.
Please
Electric
check it
Bones.
out.
You can get it on birdsandarrows.com. The link is in the descriptions of this video as well if you just want to go buy this. Or better yet, go see them next Thursday. And you can buy one in person and maybe you can get it autographed. Like I'm going to try and get it autographed after tonight's show.
Yep.
So in pure Wayback fashion, we are going to drop the needle on an album, fire up the house lights as we kick the beer cans out of the parking lot on our way back, and we high five and talk about what an awesome and amazing night this was. Guys, we will see you next week. Thank you very much. This has been an awesome opening to season 4, Birds and Arrows. Here we are. All right.
Thank you.
Cheers. Cheers from the way back. See you guys next week.
Thank you.
Great show.
Fun. Oh yeah. You're right about those headphones making your ears sweaty though.
Yeah, right?
Next level. So it's not just you. It's not just
Oh, man.
Get that bathroom out your room.
Oh, shit.
That was so much fun. I still haven't found Bob Ross. This is really pissing me off too, because I'm usually pretty good at this.
Start at the beginning, Adam. What's going on?
I don't know. Weird.
This is not a slouchy system.
Did we give you a bum record? Put it down anywhere and see what it does. Yeah.
I mean, it is down. No.
There it is. Yeah, just
Okay.
put on strata.
We'll just leave it there. We'll just leave it there. Okay.
You know what? It's so much
Thank
fun.
you. So awesome. So good. Thank you guys. And we're still. It looks so awesome on camera.
Well, you
By
know
the
what's
way,
funny?
Everybody's still
Every now
watching
and then
and
you get
listening.
the, like,
So
video.
that's why
I like
we
it.
dropped the needle on the album because people want to just hang out.
Yes.
So there's.
That's what it was, the black light. Yeah. Just like, I felt like I need a room that's just got black light. Right? Yeah. And then sometimes it's like,
Fun, huh? Legit. Like I always tell everybody, they're like, oh, you know,
I know when I found it, I was like, I feel like it's, where do you think it's from? Like late 80s? I'm thinking like, maybe early 90s.
But you know, it's like
And even with just tags, tags can always tell you like what it was. Like, just do a thing. Late 80s.
like you know, I
I think it looks kind of like maybe like 30, 35 years old.
tell me why I'm wrong.
And just
I want to
hold
know.
up so good.
Why I'm wrong
Spandex.
or why
I know. It's back in. Yeah.
So where was the X Factor? Oh,
Yes.
we never got back to that.
Oh, that's okay.
Waybackers, did anybody find?
You showed them.
Yeah, but like nobody said I did show. Yeah, I did show. It's there. I'm not showing you guys. The game is still on. Micro.
Oh, he's a little guy.
He's micro Bob Ross.
But it's legit. Like, so I'll just keep moving him around the room and see if. I don't know how well it landed this week, but. Were they? Okay. You know, you never know. You're like, oh, hi, Shelby. Want to put Shelby in the peanut butter?
Dude, she just shook and dust just came off.
Yeah. Because she's gross.
Like LeBron James getting ready for tip-off.
was sleeping in her backpack all night in here, waiting for birds and arrows to show up. And then she's like, then they kicked me out. Yeah, right? I know. Then they made me go away. Well done, man. Thank you. Yeah, that sounded great. And nobody said that there were any glitches in the system?
I could never get my comments to turn on my phone. I almost brought my laptop.
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh well. You were there, man. You were
I
there.
told Carla, I was like, and you were here.
I was like, Carla was in the chat, and I was like, I can't chat, so if there's,
Say something.
if you know ways
To do it.
Answer
Like, I don't know
for me.
where it was on your phone. I was like,
no, I couldn't find the setting anywhere. It just said comments were not on.
so good. So what is she? Okay, Carbon, Holy. Bunch of classic stuff. Jacques would be a.
So Bob
Fan of
has
that.
pulled out the electroflex on everybody.
Really?
Everybody.
Everybody gets the
Everybody
Electroflex?
has had a touch of the electroflex.
Bring it on.
So far. Yeah, he has an old school one. It's crazy.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Hey, Waybackers, thank you very much. We will see you guys next week. Cheers.
Wave all the way.
Wave. All of them are working.